Okay, yeah, let's go. Hello, everyone. Hello, all members of Tomcat Lovers Reborn community and all people who join this live event on the Binance Live right now. Thank you very much, guys, to join and welcome again to event with Tomcat Lovers Crypto Cave in the Binance Live. And today is very exciting because we will hear an amazing project, his Intofirst project, and we are very privileged to have special guest, the CEO of the project, Mr. June. And yeah, he will give us more intuitive introductions about their unique project, guys. Okay, so before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Young, and I will be the host of this event. And first of all, I will explain to you guys. So the course of this event, there will be 10 questions about this project, and we will ask that question, all of the question, and with Surgeon will answer, and where we can get some new informations about this project. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. Let's create our guest today. Hello, Mr. June. How are you today?
Hi, Young. Thanks for having me, and hello to everyone from the Tomcat community. It was nice to speak here and also to meet you guys, online. I'm good. I'm good. And also, once again, thanks for inviting me to be on here.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June, for joining us today. It's a very pleasure for our community, especially for me to having you today and to discuss, to talk, and get some informations about the project, Mr. June. Okay, so maybe before we start, it will be nice if you can share with us about your experience in this crypto industry, maybe, sir.
Yep. So before I sort of start about, into, I've been in the community since around 2020. Was mainly influenced by sort of my brother who joined the space like much earlier than me, and started learning about the space and also became, I would say, engrossed into NFT trading. I was spending most of my time in the NFT space, learning about how to buy, sell, trade, and also from there on was also sort of involved with like DeFi stuff. Gotten very interested with not just NFT but also the whole realm of Web3 as well as like the crypto industry. And I guess the main sticking point as to why I like it so much was mainly because I love the technology, the blockchain technology. I've been hearing that a lot when I was working in Accenture, but also because of like how the community are so interested and also are very sort of deep into the crypto and Web3 industry as well.
Very fantastic, Mr. Jun. Thank you very much for introducing yourself and share about your amazing experience. You have extraordinary blockchain experience, so yeah, that's I believe that the project will be introduced today is also a fantastic project too, Mr. Jun. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go start our event today by answering the first questions. So could you give a brief introductions about the info first to the community? Let's provide everyone with a general understanding about the project, sir. Okay, so the question is first question: what exactly is into first, and what are its goals?
Yep. So we are basically a Web3 multi-chain social app that is trying to facilitate an open, free, fun, and rewarding sort of social platform to the users. And our sort of main vision is to try to revolutionize the entire Web3 social industry. And right now, our product, we have a mobile app on both iOS and Android, and we have started building since April, so a bit shy of like 7 months of launch. And right now, our main sort of core product features are divided into four parts. The first is our crypto wallet. The second is the social fi portion. The third is SBT, and lastly is AI. And do you want me to sort of, explain about each of these features, or should we sort of have that saved for the next few questions?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June. So yeah, that's what exactly Interface is, guys. That's very great. It's very interesting to hear about this project, and so let's go to get more deeper information, more, dig deeper about the project with the second questions. Why did you put this project, sir, and what was the motivation for Interface that to start this project?
Yeah. So I think it was a mix of like both my past experience, as well as seeing some of the issues that we have as a consumer in like the Web2 social space. And I would say the main motivation is mainly because of coming out of like Web2 social platforms. A lot of these companies right now are plagued with issues around user ownership, data privacy, security, as well as a very disincentivized creator economy. And because of like how these Web2 platforms are very centralized in nature, like us as a consumer, most often than not, we don't actually get any value back from these companies, right? So, for example, like I'm using WhatsApp or Facebook for that matter. Most of our data are sort of given to this company, and they make money out of our data without sort of us earning anything in return. And when when I sort of got involved in Web3, on the other hand, is sort of built on the whole notion of decentralization, and Web3 embraces like the spirit of openness and giving back control to the users when it comes to value distribution and ownership. And I think that sort of makes a very natural um, alignment for us to actually try and build a social product on the Web3 space. And so that was the main sort of goal and the reason why we wanted to actually build into us in that sense.
That was very great, Mr. Jun. Thank you very much for your very amazing answer and very interesting story behind this project. And after hear the explanation, the introduction about this project and the missions, I can feel that Intofirst is bring very embarking on a great missions and the goals is very ambitious and that's is planning that this project will be amazing, Mr. John. Thank you very much. Okay, so how does this project work, Mr.?
Yep. Thanks for your kind words, Yong. So basically how it works is we currently have, as I mentioned, incorporated four core product features, right? But the whole point of us is to sort of bridge the gap between the Web2 as well as the Web3 community through a social platform, which is our product, Introverse. And the first product, as I mentioned, product feature that as I mentioned that we have is a crypto wallet. So when either you are Web2 or Web3 users, when you first join our app or register for our account, you will immediately be prompted to actually create our crypto wallet. So that's the first step. And the crypto wallet, our crypto wallet is designed to be user friendly, scalable, safe, and secure, and most importantly, encrypted. And so the whole user experience when you are a first time user is very simple, whereby you can re-register your account simply by clicking a few clicks within our app. And currently, our crypto wallet is also sort of multi-chain in that sense, so that we allow for greater accessibility and scalability, allowing users to connect to different type of dApps as well as different type of chains of the ecosystem partners that we will and we have at the moment. So that's like the first product feature. And then the second product feature that we have is SocialFi, which is, I would say, the core main product feature of Into right now. So in Into, we believe that your net worth is your net worth. And basically, users are rewarded with our native token, TOX, based on their on-chain social interactions on our app. And there are like three sort of ways for users to earn these tokens currently. The first is to invite and like refer their friends. The second is through on-chain messaging, so sending on-chain messages to their friends, sort of like a instant messaging function. And thirdly is through staking. And the more sort of on-chain activities that you perform, the more you will be rewarded based on your participation as well. And the whole sort of, I would say, unique value proposition of this socialify function is that we retain like the familiarity of our Web2 UI within our app, and we are constantly trying to deliver greater UX to users through Web3 functionalities. So, as I mentioned, one of it is revenue sharing model on this, and then secondly is also having a sustainable social incentives through the form of our utility token TOX. So that's the second part. And then the third part is the SBT function. So for each of our users on Into, they are actually represented by the SBT, which is a soulbound token, which is non-transferable, non-sellable NFT that represents their on-chain identity on our platform. And the whole sort of idea is that while the social file portion will help us to onboard the initial group of users, the SBT will actually be our main feature to retain users in the long run and continuously provide value to them in the long run. And we're talking about sort of using this SBT for users to be able to share their data to the companies on their consent, while also being able to earn some revenue and get back some value from these companies, as I mentioned, in the long run. And we also sort of have a lot of more use cases for this SBT that we are looking to sort of launch in the future. I will get to that in sort of the later questions as well. And then lastly, we also have our fourth product feature, which is the AI portion. So right now, we basically have two main use cases for AI, mainly to make our product more convenient to use and also to enhance the overall user experience. So one of the use case is our in-house chat GPT called Inky GPT. This is basically just to allow users to sort of have fun while chatting with their friends. And then the second sort of AI use case that we have is the group assistant feature. So this is particularly targeting like community leaders or like group founders, whereby the AI technology will help to organize and automate group management tasks for these users or these leaders on our platform. So it makes it easier for example, if you want to create a group on our app, a lot of this information, a lot of this like FAQ and bits and pieces of like your documents and links will all be automatically organized within our app as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June, for a detailed answer and for a detailed explanation about the how it's work, how into first work, and it's very detailed, Mr. June. Thank you very much. And the way into first work is not that difficult, but it has many use cases for the users in carrying out investment activities in the blockchain industry. In our words, yeah, what a cool utility that's from into first guys and simple and very innovative mechanism, and so it's make us would like to hear more about what we can do with Intoverse more, sir. And yeah, so what else can you share with us on the Intoverse ecosystems?
Yep. So just to build upon like this question, so right now the app is centered around, I would say, the social fi portion that we have at the moment. But in the coming sort of weeks and months, and also in the long term basis, as I mentioned, through the SBT sort of data that we have, users actually will be able to enjoy a lot more privileges when it comes to having a Web3 product or using a Web3 product. So, for example, as I mentioned just now, like through the SBT use case, user will be able to have sort of consent to share some of their data to the ecosystem partners that we will onboard in the future. And like for example, if a gaming company A wants to sort of sell or advertise their game to our 2.5 million users, they can sort of get in touch with us. And then through that, for example, they will allocate maybe say 1 million marketing costs, right? In that regards, users will be able to have the option to opt in for this kind of marketing communication, and in turn, they will be able to receive sort of the ads revenue for every sort of piece of data that they share with this company. So that is one sort of use case that we have at the moment. And then also we're looking at things such as new product features like live streaming or like broadcasting. So allowing KOLs or like content creators on our platform to be able to publish some of their content and tap into the user base that we have at the moment. So these are a couple of like few things that we're looking at. And then thirdly, we are also sort of exploring some realms around like on-chain e-commerce capabilities. For example, if users want to sort of hide their identity when it comes to sending out their private information like shipping address or purchase history, these are some of the use case that we're currently thinking of.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jun. There are lots of features that are very beneficial for the users to bring more value for the users. And not only that, very excited to hear about the upcoming features in Interface that Interface is are developing from about new features that interface will be implemented in their ecosystem. That's very great, and uh, it's very nice to hear because it will be innovative and updatable of the project is can more attract people to join to try to use this project, Mr. John. Thank you very much. That's very great step for becoming this project to a fantastic project, Mr. John. Thank you very much, okay, for your amazing answer. And yeah,
Thank
so
you.
okay, talk about that the beneficial that you said there is many advantages feature from the Intoverse. Can you tell us more about how Intoverse generate long-term value for the users?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, as I mentioned just now, like we initially when we sort of build the product, we see the social file portion as the initial step for us to onboard more users. So, the initial sort of design of the product was mainly designed around having these social functions and allowing users to interact and message. But in the coming sort of future, we will continue to build on the social portion, whereby it is not just users speaking to their network of friends, but we also want to connect each group of community with one another. So, for example, like into community, if we have like a Tomcat community on Into app, we are able to sort of connect that seamlessly on our app. That's one. And then the next sort of thinking is that through your crypto wallet, as well as some of the transactions that you make on your crypto wallet, we are also immediately being able to sort of build that family tree of your friends as well as your network, sort of like the friend suggestion that we see in like Facebook or any other sort of Web2 social platform. So that's that in terms of social fi. But of course, as I mentioned, we are branching out to other sort of realms of Web3 as well, trying to get in touch with the GameFi, trying to bring in more GameFi, DeFi, and then also other sort of Web3 use cases, so that we can continue to educate and also to enrich users' sort of value on our app, so that they are not just sort of fixated on just social, because to some users maybe they might not be interested in social, they might be more interested in GameFi and things like that. So we are looking around sort of other categories so that we can continue to bring in more value to our users and more use case for them to continue using our product.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jun. Very cool answer, and that is very a good step to attracting more people to join this project and becoming them to sustainable to use Intoverse project, and that is very good step to grow slowly but sure. And yes, that very innovative step, Mr. Jun. Thank you very much, and as always, that Introverts bring innovative features and very useful features, guys. It's very useful for us to do many activities in this investment activities in this crypto industry. And yeah, so this project is already can be download from the App Store and the Google Play Store. So you can check on your phone and download it and to try this project, guys. That's very useful and very amazing. There is many advantages that we can take, we can get, many benefits we can get from this project, and many ways to get the benefits, guys. That's very amazing. Okay, so Mr. June, after hear your last two answer from this AMA, so it's we would like to know what Intoverse is working on at the moment and what events are going on now in Intoverse project, sir.
Yep. So just to give an update to the community on what we are working on at the moment. So right now there are, I would say, a couple of things that are immediate priority to us. The first is on branding. We are now trying to accelerate our branding effort to make our brand sort of more prominent, not just within the Asia market, but also to the Europe, US, as well as the rest of the world. So that's one, and that would sort of require us, you know, building and making like partnerships with a lot more Web3 brands that are well known in the space, either through, like with Tomcat in this case, like AMAs, live broadcasting, or it can be other form of like marketing collaborations as well. And then secondly, another thing that we are looking at is, as I mentioned, continue to build our product to make it more Web3, uh, I would say centric, and also continue to explore new features that we can bring on board to enrich the long-term use case of for the users. And thirdly, we are also currently looking at seed round investment, and this will be sort of until I'm not sure may or may not have sort of airdrop elements to the long-term users. So to some of the new users that are listening right now, it's not too late for you guys to sort of join the project. Um, and then as we sort of continue to grow and continue to build, we will guarantee and make sure that we will be able to contribute and also reward the loyal or long-term users that we have currently with us on Into. And also just sort of a small, I would say, segue in terms of the events that is going on right now. We are actually currently preparing hard for our event that's going to be hosted in KL on the 9th of December. So we are actually running and hosting a social sort of global innovation summit in KL, whereby we'll feature a lot of our community leaders from our Into community, and we're also extending the invite to a lot of like Web3 brands, Web3 projects, as well as like media company to be on board for this event. And yep, so to anyone who are like listening right now, feel free to sort of reach out to us if you guys are interested to learn more and would like to attend this event. We happy to sort of accommodate as many people as we can for this event as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. John. Sounds like the team will be getting a lot less leave, having worked so hard to develop this project. Once details are planned, it shows that this project already has basic integrity, a very solid plan, and they already know how to make that plan work and what it takes to make that plan work. And that Introvert is very complex project, but requires a lot of ideas and dedication. And I'm sure that Intoverse is being developed in good hands, and it was very amazingly explained by their CEO, Mr. June. Yes, and it's very exciting to hear about the future plans for the Intoverse ecosystem beyond the platform. And I believe that this approach can help with momentum and create additional value for the users, Mr. June. Okay, so keep up the fantastic work, everyone, the team behind this project. Let's continue to make Intoverse to go to platform for all things on this crypto industry, Mr. Okay, so for you guys who are hearing right now, don't miss out on this opportunity to try this amazing feature from the Intoverse. You can download this application from your phone in the App Store and the Play Store, and you can feel and you can know that how amazing this project is, how many advantage, many much advantage that we can get from this uh, future from this project, guys. So let's try and unload it. Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. John, for your great answer. And so let's go to the next questions. And yeah, so we are already know about what exactly is Intoverse, what they want to achieve, and the ecosystem in this project. And so we will go to knowing more about this project, about the marketing things or Esther. And yes, we will get some new information today of about the Intoverse case. Okay, so next question is about the partnership, Mr. John. And yeah, partnership is always an important factor for every project. So who is your partner? What benefits will you get from that relationships?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I we most of the time value partnership as sort of a win-win collaboration between us as well as the partners we work with. And I would say, to be honest, there isn't like a one size fit all answer for this. It depends on who we partner with as well as what they can bring to us on the table, and what we can provide from Into, for example. Yeah. So for example, like we partner with Tomo Chain, which is now rebranded into Viction in the Vietnam market. So what they have uh, sort of brought to us from this relationship or collaboration was to provide marketing support and also a lot of like their resources and branding support when we're entering the Vietnam market. So we host a couple of like online events as well as like giveaways and AMAs through our partnership with them. And these are all sort of just to make the Vietnam market, you know, understand more about our product. And at the same time, we are able to bring our existing users that we already have into the Viction ecosystem. And so that was one example. We also sort of did a similar, I would say, partnership with Binance and OPBNB in the case where we also have sort of built our product on OPBNB, and users are able to sort of continue to do their socialify activities on OPBNB, and at the same time, OPBNB are able to sort of provide us some support in terms of marketing, branding, as well as their group of user. So these are just, I would say, a couple of examples. But again, as I mentioned, as we continue to sort of grow the product and want to be involved in like the other categories of like Web3, we also would love to work with projects that are from like GameFi, DeFi, or basically any other sort of like ecosystem. Um, and we will definitely be able to figure out a way whereby you can tap into our large 2.5 million user base. And then at the same time, we will be able to sort of integrate your project onto our Into app.
Okay, yes, that the right partnership will support the project to grow. And after hear the answer from Mr. Jun, guess Interforce is doing really well. They are building a lot of amazing partnership with a lot of big names, and it's a very good step to make this project grow and become fantastic project day by day. And it's can be supportively of about the project growth, guys. Okay, so that's very great answer, Mr. John. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, the next questions. Okay, so we already know about the Intoverse advantage, but what are the advantage of Intoverse compared to other project, to other similar project, Mr. Jun?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think there are a few things that sort of make us unique compared to the other social projects. I think the first is around our user acquisition strategy. So when we first started off, we actually target more of the Web2 communities as well as the Web2 users in the Asia market. to be on board, to bring on board to the Into ecosystem. And our thinking behind this is because the market as well as the traffic that we are able to bring from the Web2 side to Web3 is huge. And we see the value of some of these Web2 users wanting a product that is privacy, that is valuing privacy, that is valuing like user ownership, and which is why we sort of wanted to tap into the Web2 user base. So that is one sort of difference. And then secondly would be around our social incentive. So a lot of times when we design our social incentive, we basically had to bear in mind that this is not going to be some pump and dump type of social or tokenomics model. So for example, like we see some, example of, for example, you friend tag, where we see a very heightened sort of activity in the first few weeks, and then now that the activity has sort of died down, the value of their keys as well as the value that users actually hold in terms of asset wise also went down as well. So we want to sort of prevent that from happening, by allowing our product to grow more organically, and also not to allow users to be able to uh, earn so much money in such short time. So it has to be sort of through a sustainable way, and also has to be through sort of accrued um, sort of user interactions. So the more active they are, the more they will be rewarded in that sense.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June. So there are lots of innovative features and the policies from the Intel that are then other projects don't have, guys. And this is what makes this project interesting to be learned more, because we will get a lot of benefits. We will get lots of the value from its innovative features, and they also continuously to develop to maintain a sustainable ecosystem. That's it's very really cool, Mister. Okay, so that is very amazing. And what makes this project amazing than other projects, guys? Okay, yeah. So thank you very much for a very great answer, Mister Jun. Okay, so besides the integrity and the value of this project, so how to maintain to how to keep this project become amazing is maintain the ecosystem, maintain the user trust. So how secure is your platform to use? Have you done any activities about the security, and what the security measures are adopted from bugs of smart contract and hacking?
Yeah. So we value security, I would say, as the number one priority in our platform, because the whole notion of us being hacked is going to be detrimental to not just our user, but also to the entire project as a whole. And so we don't actually, when it comes to security, we definitely have done like audits of our smart contracts. That has been verified by the Binance team and also other third party smart contract audit company. And then in terms of like data privacy wise, they are all of the on-chain sort of data are encrypted in a single way. So meaning that even our tech team aren't able to be able to download this user data for ourselves. And then also, secondly, in terms of all the interactions that are done within our app, we don't store any files at all. And most of the off-chain type of interactions are basically deleted after 7 days, in terms of like local backup wise. So that's that. And then thirdly, in terms of the crypto wallet, the seed phrase that users would back up for their wallet, they are all stored on cloud and they are all securely encrypted as well. And the tech team actually have assessed this. And for example, if hackers do want to hack, the seed phrase and whatnot, it would actually take them more than 8,000 years for them to be able to decrypt this. So yeah, as I mentioned, we do value security as well as anti-hacking system very very importantly, and so that we can give like a peace of mind to the users to be able to safely use our product.
Okay, yes, apart from the profit, apart from the value of this project, the security is one of the things that must be considered before we investing, before we joining into the project. And introverts have very good security system and they take priorities about the security things in this ecosystem in this project, guys. So that is very cool because it will make people, it will make confidence more in people to join this project to try this project, yes. And it's also very important things to create because this very central element because its security is bring the user trust into the ecosystem, and this project interface bring that really well. Very good, guys. Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. June. Okay, so let's go to the next questions. Yes, how did you get the community involved in developing the project, and how do you build a strong community to grow globally?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. So on this note, let me just start off with the first question. How do we get the community involved? So, a lot of times, what we do is a mix of both online as well as offline event, when it comes to getting in touch with the community. So for example, we do hold a lot of like offline events in the countries that we operate in, for example, like Vietnam, KL or Malaysia, as well as the other countries, in the sense where we are able to speak to this community of users more directly, face to face, and be able to sort of get their inner feedback as well as their inner sort of thoughts about what they think about our app, what are some of the things that we can improve on, some bugs, for example. So I think that is something that we have been doing well in the past and we will continue to do. And then secondly, in terms of like online type of, I would say, interactions, is definitely going to be through the three main channels that we have, like Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. We have a dedicated team of community managers, most of the time helping to resolve bugs and also to interact with the users within these channels so that we uh, can make sure that all our users' voices are always heard, and we will definitely take into account each of the user feedback. So that's to answer like the first question. And the second part on around like how do we build a strong community to grow? I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to our product and also how we deliver value to the users. And uh, it has been sort of proven that from the growth trajectory from when we launched since April, the product has gone through a lot of changes and a lot of sort of improvements. And this is mainly a big thanks to all of our users as well as community for constantly giving their feedback to us. And then also at the same time, we are also constantly trying to explore what are some of the products as well as features that users would want to use in the future. And I think having this sort of two-way communication between the team as well as the community is one of the key major success that we are able to see such strong growth in the past few months.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June, and very great point of view about the value of the community in the project development from into first case, and a very convincing way to build a strong community. And this is shows that this project was developed with full dedication from the team, as Mr. June said, guys. Yeah, and the ecosystem flow is very cool. This is will make it easier for this project to achieve the success, the successful, to achieve the goal to become a success, to become a fantastic project, guys. Okay, yeah, that's very great answer, Mr. June. Thank you very much. Okay, so beside the community, or another steps to becoming project grow is the marketing. So, yeah, that from that everyone knows that the potential that a project can bring is vital for goal setting. So, what are your strategies for attracting new users and investors to your platform and keeping them for long term, Mr. June?
Yep. I think this goes back to some of the points that I've mentioned just now. So in terms of marketing, we basically value both online as well as offline type of marketing strategies. And then also at the same time, we are sort of trying to onboard as many Web2 as well as Web3 users on our platform. And so, for example, like, we would host a lot of events, not just online, but also offline. And then we would run a lot of like AMAs, giveaways, partnership, all just to sort of make our brand be out there and also to try to educate the users on what Into is providing and what we can help users be able to gain in the long term. And so I think this really sort of ties in well with what I've mentioned just now as well in terms of like keeping them long term. So number one is to making sure that their voices are heard and they can actively participate in the development of our product. Because as long as our product is good, as long as we continue to win, the users will also be able to reap the benefits. And secondly, is also to build a product that is relevant and it is a product market fit for the users. So we very much have to uh, strategize and also think about what kind of new features that we might be able to bring into the users that they value very much in order to sort of allow them to see that there is a long-term value in staying into, and also there is a long-term sort of goal that we are trying to get to, which will keep a lot of our loyal bases very, very intact.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June. Yeah, so that is very innovative step that can make this project grow, and yeah, and very good plans to solve the fragmentation and user experience issues currently present in this Web3 space, and it aims to bring more inclusive and easy to use Web3 experience to user, right, Mr. Jen? Okay, that's very good answer, and yeah, so. And talking about the new feature that will be upcoming on this Interface project is this project can be implemented the artificial intelligence project sir because the crypto industry is a very fast-paced industry, and how flexible is your project to change quickly and keep pace with the technology trends? Because yeah, what is your long-term vision for the forecasting industry in which your project operates, and like the artificial intelligence or NFT is this project will be implemented, stuff like that, Mr. John.
Yeah. So, let me just first answer the question on how flexible our project is to change quickly. The answer is very quickly. So we have a dedicated tech team that is agile and at the same time also knows about the entire Web3 industry. Most of them actually have been in the Web3 space even longer than I am, since like 2016 and 2017. And so we have a very professional and dedicated tech team, and we are definitely confident that we will continue to be able to provide features that are in line with the rapid sort of growing technology trend, as well as like things that users would want to see in the Web3 space. So that's that. And then in terms of the long-term vision, I would say that for our project, we definitely want to continue to deliver more value to our users. So for our existing group of user base that are mainly Web2 users, we are trying to constantly educate them on the ins and outs of like Web3, and also sort of delivering like new product features that Web3 users will value, and also something that users will be able to use in the long run. So, uh, as I did mention about a couple of ideas just now around the whole live streaming, broadcasting, and then also coming up with new revenue models that we can share with the users. And also, thirdly, to incorporate like more use cases when it comes to the use of like NFT as well as AI.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June. It's very great, cause with very great, very good and great technology. It's can make possible what is impossible, and in the crypto industry, this is innovation and the future. I can say that where we can do various things or activities through one platform, through one click, and the technology that is continuously renewable. Guys, so interface will be updates, will be develop new features to maintain the ecosystem, to upgrade, to make to add more values for the users. Okay, that's very great. Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Jun, for your detailed answer. And that is the last question of this event. So we can clearly see a bright future for Into first, Mr. Jun. Thank you very much. But unfortunately, we have run out of the time for today's AMA session. So and I want to say thank you very much, Mr. June, for joining us and sharing the insight about the Intofers, updating us on the progress of the development, and also expressing our gratitude to the active participation of the Tomcat lovers community. Okay, so before we close this event today, anything else want to add about this project for all people watching us right now?
Yep. Thanks so much, Yong, for hosting this AMA. It has been great fun talking to you and also sharing about our product to the Tomcat community. I guess the one last step that I wanted to say is, yep, feel free to try out our products or feel free to join our Discord, Twitter, as well as Telegram. And if you have any questions at any time, yeah, just feel free to reach out to us. We are actually now sort of getting ready for the next phase of growth. We have been able to grow from 0 to 2.5 million users within 7 months. And I'm very excited to actually showcase to our users what are some of the new plans that we have in the coming weeks and months.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. June. So, guys, don't miss out on this opportunity to join this project and witness the project show to new heights, guys. Let's grow together because the possibilities from Intoverse are limitless. And yeah, so for your learn more, you can visit the website in intoverse.co, and you can download this application from the Play Store and the App Store, and you can try. That's very innovative feature from the Intoverse there. And if you still have questions about this project, you can jump into their social media, official social media like Twitter and Telegram. Twitter for getting the latest updates about this project and what's next upcoming updates, and and the Telegram you can ask what's your question, and if you have ideas, feel free to share your ideas to the team because the team is very here about the community. Its team is very considering the value of the community, guys. Okay, so don't forget to join all the social media of the Intovers project. Okay, so that's all of our MA about very amazing Intovers today, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for participating on this MA. So yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Jun. Also, it's a very pleasure for me to having time with you to talk about this amazing project. And yeah, that's all. This is Young speaking from Tomcat Lovers. Take care, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye and see you again. Bye bye. Thank you, Mr. Jun.
Thank you, Young. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.